Article 21 of Constitution of India provides right to life and personal liberty to all persons. What is the meaning of right to life and what is its actual ambit? That is the topic of discussion today. The Article 21, it is not exhaustive in itself. The word which is used in Article 21 having various enormous meanings which is decided by various judgments by our apex court. So by one episode it cannot be possible to discuss. So that's why today in this episode I will try to narrate the right to life, and later on in various other episodes categorically I will discuss the other parts of Article 21. So what is the meaning of Article 21, right to life, this very particular word? That is the topic of discussion today. Friends, according to Article 21 of Constitution of India, which provides the protection of life and personal liberty to all persons, it says that no person shall be deprived of enjoyment of his life and personal liberty except the procedure established by law. So what Article 21 is emphasizing upon three essential words. One is right to life, another is right to personal liberty, and another one, that is third, procedure established by law. So this is a very big aspect. So that's why I have already stated that in one episode it cannot be concluded. So that's why today's topic of discussion is to be confined only within the very particular word, that is right to life. But later on in several other episodes I will clarify the proper meaning of right to life and also the procedure established by law and personal liberty. So Article 21 of Constitution of India, which provides the protection of life and personal liberty, it emphasizing upon the three essential words, that is protection of life and personal liberty and procedure established by law. Now today's topic of discussion is confined within right to life only. Now what is the ambit of right to life? It is not exhaustive as enshrined in Article 21 of our Constitution. Its ambit is much more enlarged because various other aspects can be inserted by the wide explanation of Article 21. By various Supreme Court judgments, right to life is explained in various cases. Much more cases already are there in which Supreme Court have decided what is the enlarged meaning from the various perspectives of Article 21. So its horizon is so much vast and enlarged, so it cannot be confined within these few episodes. But still I am trying to emphasize upon some very important aspects of the enlarged view of ambit of Article 21, that is right to life. Now first is very important what is said about our apex court. Right to livelihood is inserted or included in Article 21, right to life. That means not only we have to right to live, but to live with human dignity. So that's why without the source of income, without the chance of getting the employment, this right to livelihood is absurd to reach. That's why in various judgments Supreme Court stated that like right of cultivator to cultivate the land, that is the right to livelihood, and that is included within the right to life as enshrined in Article 21 of the Constitution. So right to work in order to earn the money, that must be inserted within the right to life. So that's why we know that since after independence, unemployment is a very crucial problem, very serious problem and a painful curse on our society. So that's why there are so many deserving brothers and sisters who after qualified with the very good marks, they are not getting the proper job. This is not shame on the part of the person or citizen. It is also the stigma upon the state, that state or the policy of the state is made such a way after independence achievement several years pass that they cannot provide the job to the fittest persons. So that's why right to livelihood, as it is mentioned over here, that is inserted within Article 21 of the Constitution, right to life. Next is right to shelter. If we move here and there, it will transfer to us that there are so many persons, child, mothers, aged persons, sick persons, without any treatment, without any proper food, proper shelter, they are languishing on the road. Whether it is Strand Road, just near Calcutta High Court, or any other places. So there are in very slum areas on the road itself, though it is within the notice of corporation, though it is within the notice of various police stations or under the surveillance of state because there is camera is installed, but it is the present scenario. Even after the achievement of independence, so much time has come, it is stated that India, it is the developing country. So is it the sign of development that even after achievement of the independence, major portions of the person are suffering from proper food, proper medical treatment, there is no shelter, whereas in various judgments Supreme Court has categorically stated that right to shelter includes the right to live with the proper accommodation. Infrastructure should be there. So that means we must have the shelter along with the reasonable accommodation and infrastructure. But we know that many of us are deprived of this scope. Right to unpolluted environment, that is also included under right to life as decided by our apex court in various decisions relating to the environmental issues. We know that environmental pollution is nowadays a serious menace in our society. Industrialists, they are pocketing the profit at the cost of the life of the people, and the state policy or central policy is responsible for that, because without the indulgence of the state initiative, that cannot run. So state cannot escape from the liability that people are suffering at the cost of the wrong policies and at the instance of the big industrialists. So that's why right to live with the proper environment, that is a kind of right to life as enshrined in Article 21 of the Constitution. So that's why right to live in a clean environment, right to have the proper water, proper air without any noise, and also with the other creatures of the society, they must be preserved, protected. We know that various laws have already been passed because of the various United Nations Convention like Rio Declaration, Stockholm Conference, Johannesburg Declaration, and various acts like the Water Prevention Pollution Act, Air Pollution Act, Noise Pollution Act, Wildlife Protection Act. Various acts have been passed since independence, but still the problem remains the same, because in order to satisfy the narrow interest and greed, people even nowadays try to kill the very rarest species like deer, like tortoise, etc. And in order to pocket the money, the skin of various animals are actually exported. So, and there is the latches on the part of the forest department as well, that how they are escaping in this manner. The things are being trafficked by transcending the borders and keeping them in dark. So That means there is the lacuna in the part of the proper administration. So that's why what is stated that right to unpolluted environment, that is also coming under the purview of the enlarged ambit of right to life. Friends, in Subhas Kumar versus State of Bihar, it was categorically stated by our Supreme Court that right to get clean water, that is one of the fundamental right of every citizen of India, whether he is rich or whether he is poor. But we know that even after achievement of so-called independence, what is the position of our country? Food is far beyond our reach. Even water we have to purchase after consuming too much price. So question is whether the economical condition is so much poor, though it is etymologically called a developing nation, that people here, even on the street we know that they are compelled to consume the water which is actually affected with arsenics and others. That's why every occasion only one thing is reported in the newspaper, that is jaundice and other means water related diseases are increasing at an alarming rate. But what is the present scenario? That people are compelled to purchase the water against a very big money. So in a country where people are suffering from proper nutrition, even proper the basic needs of the society, so how the other object of the constitution can be achieved? That is a serious question nowadays. So where the people are compelled to consume the arsenic water, arsenic affected water, and thereby consuming there is the growing of various diseases, then what step is taken by the government? That is a crucial question, and my question is who will raise this question and what will be the probable remedy in this aspect? So that's why it is stated the right to clean water as decided in Subhas Kumar versus State of Bihar, or Apex Court stated that right to clean environment is one of the fundamental right as enshrined in Article 21 of our Constitution. Later on in various other episodes, as I have already stated, I will discuss each of this issue, that means each of issue of Article 21 in various episodes. Now I am coming to another important aspect of right to life, that is right to education. The condition of education is like same that of like right of water. So what it is stated that we know that after Unni Krishnan's judgment, as an effect, 86th Constitution Amendment in the year 2002 introduced etymologically Article 21A of Constitution, which says about right to life, means right to education, free and compulsory education to the children from 6 to 14 years. By virtue of 86th Amendment Act, it was inserted. But we know that what is the condition at present? So many children are there who are lack of proper education. We know that education is not only the achievement of the qualification to sign the paper. Education, what Swami Vivekananda states, that we want that education by which character is formed, strength of mind is increased, and ultimately by which a man can stand on his own feet. But that education there is too much lacking, because we know that nowadays for proper education it is too much costly, because computer or laptop or a very good iPhone, these are too much essential apparatus necessary for the students to meet the new challenges of the society. But we know that this right is only concentrated to some private bodies, that means some private colleges or universities or private educational sector. At the exchange of a very big cost, it can be availed by elite class of the people. But for commoners, they are deprived from this right. So the right to equality as enshrined in our Constitution, that is seriously prejudiced at the present day. So in right to education, that Unni Krishnan judgment, what is stated by our Apex Court, that right to life should be considered as a basic right, fundamental right, and right to life includes the right to education, though the case is decided a long back and there is the insertion of Article 21A in 2002, but still true education, there is lack of true education even after passing of so many days. We know that in our society, various women are compelled to take the profession of prostitution. It is under the compulsion. So that's why in various judgments, Supreme Court has decided that upliftment of the prostitute and to ensure them the dignity in society or life, that is also coming under the right to life as mentioned in Article 21. That means right of prostitute is to live with the dignity. That is also coming under purview of Article 21. So that means right of dignified life of the prostitute. In that case, also Article 21 can be invoked. Right to legal aid is also coming under the wide ambit of Article 21, that means right to life. So getting the proper legal advice, that is also a right can be availed by any person of India, because we know that because of the poor economic conditions, who cannot meet their both days end, they can avail the scope of legal protection. They cannot hire any lawyer, they cannot get the chance of consultation because of the lack of money. So that's why even there is the violation of the human rights, violation of the law, even they are the victim of the police atrocities, they cannot get any protection from the law since they are pauper, they have no money. So but it is stated by various judgments of Supreme Court that right to get the legal advice, legal protection, that is also a kind of fundamental right, that means a right to life includes that. So that must be implemented properly so that the people may not be victim of the circumstances. So that's why right to legal aid is one of the fundamental right to life as enshrined in 21, and another right, that is right of speedy trial. We know that what is the present scenario, that if any case starts, it takes too much time to conclude. It lingers a lot of time, and in various occasions we have experienced that though there is the decisions of various high courts or other courts where the direction is issued upon the subordinate court to conclude the trial or expedite the trial and conclude the trial within a period of 6 months or one year, but still, in spite of the order passed by the appellate court or the higher court, the case or matter is undecided and one after another date is passing by. So, and the accused persons are languishing in the jail custody, and one after another date is only been made. So that means then how the speedy trial, which is one of the fundamental right as the widened scope of Article 21, how that can be implemented. So that is also a serious problem. In one landmark judgment, that is in Bandhu Mukti Morcha's case, it was decided by our apex court that right of the bonded laborers, that's why it is stated that bonded laborers in any form is prohibited, and who will practice such type of hiring the bonded labor, that is also punishable. And another aspect, that is right to get compensation, that is also coming under the purview of Article 21, right to life. That means right of the bonded laborers to get the emancipation, that means freedom, as well as right to get compensation is also coming under the wide ambit of Article 21. So right to release of bonded laborers and right to compensation, this all that means how much rights I have discussed, all these are covered by Article 21A of Article 21 of the Constitution, that is right to life. And in other episodes, as I have already stated, I will discuss about these aspects individually in detail, and also the other portions of Article 21 of Constitution.